Today we're here with John, and he's going to talk about container gardens and how to make one. Go ahead.
All right. Container gardens are really easy to make. It takes me about 20 minutes to make one. They're also super water efficient and make really good, healthy plants. This is what you need. Big container. This one I got at Lowe's. It's about $14. It's the Commander XXL. This is going to be the reservoir that holds all the water, and it came with the netting that keeps all the dirt out. Make sure you get the one that has the perforations along the sides. This is just standard drip system, 1/2 by 10 foot riser flex pipe at Lowe's. Got it for like $2. Need a 5/8 inch drill bit, and then I use an elbow with a 3/4 inch opening, and then we've got the 3/4 inch FPT by FHT swivel female to female irrigation, and that's so you can attach this to this, and then this to your hose. You need a drill for the drill bit, and then whatever you're gonna plant. In this case, some herbs for the wife, and then some dirt. I like the Miracle Grow moisture control. So I'm measuring to see how much of this pipe I need up to from the very bottom up to about the rim. And then I grab my kitchen shears. Once we have the height measured, I usually just stick the elbow on, and then I stick this on so I don't lose it. So this is how you fill your reservoir, which is down here. We're drilling the hole for the reservoir. Make sure you don't stab yourself in the hand. And then I stick this in the hole. When we're done, it should be just above the rim, so you can put your hose right here to fill the reservoir. Next, I'm going to spread out the reservoir to try and get as much of this pipe in the bottom, and then find out where I'm drilling my drainage port. Make sure you expand it out too. Right about here. Once it's measured out, I just note with my finger. So I found a hole. I just cut around with these shears. And it doesn't have to be exact because these are collapsible. But that's how much water this thing's gonna hold at the bottom.
You know what it reminds you of?
What?
That pit in Star Trek.
I knew you were gonna say that. So now we just gotta drill the drainage port. You're gonna take about a foot. Just has to be able to go through the side of your container and into the reservoir. And then I'm gonna look right here is where I'm gonna drill my hole. Again, don't stab yourself. I see exactly where this goes. It's right about here. So now I'm feeling for where I want that drainage hole to go. I'm poking around, and I feel my finger on the other side, putting the drill to right about there, and I'm getting my hand way far away so I don't drill myself. So now, let's stick this right here, and you'll see why in a second. So I'm just gonna pull off the filler port, start working the sock all the way up to the drainage port. I got to where this is. I'm just gonna pull this out and make note and start working this all the way up. Feel where my finger is, I'm gonna stick this back in. Don't need to make a hole in the netting, just jam it through. This stuff is flexible enough, it'll just go right in the hole. So I got a bunch on the end I'm still working up, and I've got this just to hold its spot. Should have a little bit extra, tied off so dirt doesn't get in. So I find the other hole, which I already know is right here. Again, I'm not poking a hole in the actual netting. I'm just gonna grab this, jam it all the way in, grab this, and then tie a knot at the end. So the easiest way for me to get this, so go ahead and stick this filler port right here, just how I had last time. Bend this down and force it through the opening that we drilled a second ago. So you've got drainage port so it doesn't overfill. You've got your filler port, and that's pretty much how you do it. This is my 4th try at doing container gardens, and I think this is probably the best design or the easiest. So pretty much you connect a hose to your filler port, just like this. When you have dirt in here, you won't see it happening, but this is basically how it's going in case people want to modify it for their own needs. So you just turn on the hose. It's super easy because you can just put it on a cheap timer and then go on vacation and forget about it.
Is that drainage port on the top of the hose or in the middle of the hose?
It's right in the middle. The reason why I don't do it at the very top is because the hole isn't going to be quite as nice or quite as tight around. So I just do it in the middle, and it has enough water in the reserves to, water your plant still gets the job done. All right, so just dump in the dirt. And make sure it's something for either potting. Typical garden soil drains differently. This has moisture down there the whole time, so you want something that regulates the moisture. Take the plants. And that, from start to finish, took what, 20 minutes?
I guess so.
Yeah. And just fill it up with water. And then the first couple of days, just water them like they weren't in a container garden until they get their roots established, and then they'll be great after that. There you go. That's it.
Oh, Chippy! God dang it.
Are you gonna come over here? Because nobody wants to see my pretty face.
No, I can't explain. I don't know why you're doing this. Why can't we just...
Food.
Okay.
Food is why.